Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I have handcrafted a bunch of stuff, and I also modified the bus a little bit. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes. 5 lanes, and I think that's going to be enough. We're going to have iron, we're going to have copper, we're going to have like room for a fluid bus. We're going to have this thing, which is going to have stone, bricks, coal. We'll also put steel on it. And then we'll have another miscellaneous one that is incorrect. There we go. And that'll be our bus, and that'll work, and that'll be great. I think that's going to be enough. If not, we will have to do something. We'll have to do something else and find some weird solution that will most likely be quite impractical. But hey, you know, it's all about creating crazy solutions in this one, right? But I think 5 is going to be more than enough. Just kind of looking around. So we're going to go with that, and I created a whole bunch of stuff. We got a whole bunch of stuff in our inventory now. We needed to do a lot of handcrafting, and I got that done. So we're going to go ahead and start. We are going to, I don't know, I guess we're going to start like right at the beginning, I guess. We're going to have a path going that way. We're going to have a walking path. We're going to have our collision bus, and those two. Okay, so the path is going to come over here and up that way. This will be the collision bus. Things like that you can collide into, like power poles and roboports, things like that, are going to be on that line. And we're going to leave a little bit of logistic space. 3 should be enough for that. That's to resolve any crazy things we have to do as far as pulling off the bus and to getting it into the inputs. And we will start our science bus. Let's see, that's going to come down 1, 2, 3. And that right there would be our science bus. We would want to put our labs right here. All right, and we are going to have a line coming down, just max distance. Let's see, it's kind of hard to do it this way, so let's do it this way. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just place these labs and reverse them on the way down. Okay, reverse, 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 lab, and lab. This is the way I like to do my lab setup. We take the science on these guys going underneath. We put inserters like that. That will grab and put in the science into the labs. And then we grow our labs out this way and connect them with inserters. And that makes it where I think you can support 10 labs in daisy chained like that. So if we have 5 labs here, 10 going out that way, that's 50 labs, and that's a lot of labs. And I'm going to go ahead and just leave this guy out here because I want to have this just as a visual reference for what we're doing here. All right, so labs will be coming up this way. These 3 lines right here, continuing on up, are going to be our science bus. And we're going to create the science up in this general area and pipe it down this way. Very similar to what we did in the Practical Factorio series. We're doing it at a little bit bigger scale this time. I didn't really have a whole lot of science going on. So I think what we need to do now is get copper on the bus, and I think, let's see, where do we want to do copper? We might have some things coming through the middle here, so I think copper will be right here. Okay, let's see, that's going to be 2 spaces there. That is going to be the copper. That's going to be the copper area. We designated a walkway right there, and 1, 2. Okay, yeah, that's just about right. All right, and that'll come up just like that, and all our other copper lines will come along those lines. My gosh, it gets dark quick. Okay, let's go ahead and just for now we'll run power lines up here. They're probably going to end up here, but just for now, let's do like kind of that pattern. Let's see. This is the one it's going to go up on. So this is our power bus coming up. And let's see, these labs, of course it's going to be just right out of reach. That's fine, these labs don't need powered up anyway. They're not doing much. All right, so I think it's time to start working on science. We got the labs. It's time to start making our first sciences. And we're going to test out kind of the little modular idea I was talking about. So we only have iron and copper coming in. And we're going to make red and green science just by doing those things. And you know what? We don't have blue inserters yet. Let's switch that. I know bullet damage is close, but I really want those blue inserters. Let's come down here real quick and just check and see how things are going, making sure we have enough. And you know what? I might want to build an additional science lab, because I think that may be the problem. We've got, well, we are running a little low on things. Put some copper in you guys. Put a little bit of iron in there. And we'll get this second lab going. And that should help speed things along. Because we're going to need the blue assemblers here very soon. All right, let's go ahead and make some of the regular ones. We can start out with the regular ones, the first tier ones. And even if we don't use them all, or we can always replace them, right? We can replace them and use them as the ingredient for the next level. All right, so the first one is going to be red science. Let's start that. Maybe here? Does that sound good? I think it does. I think it'll be just fine. Okay, and we're going to need a line coming in like that has copper and gears. That is what we need to create that science. And I think this first one here is going to have to be gears, and I think we can do this on one line. Let's just see. All right, so that's going to go across the science bus. We're going to have 3. Let's just do it from this side. It's easier. There we go. Much easier. Okay, so if we want copper on the inside line. So that's going to split off there. You're going to split off there. You're going to come in about right there. You're going to go under. All right, and that'll bring those in. Now, the reason we wanted copper on the center line is I want to use these new filter inserters to filter out the iron to the right. So the iron's coming in on the left, but we're going to filter that out, and that's going to come up here, and that's going to back that up, and the copper is going to continue down. And since we're doing that, we can do this right here, and that's going to turn the outside of this belt into gears. So we'll have copper and gears, which is what we need to make red science. And that is 5 seconds, right? Okay, yeah, so for 1 second, we need 5 of these. And actually, the crafting speed on this is 0.5, so it's lower than that. But once we get it upgraded, it will be much faster. You build to these ratios. It makes it for easier math, right? It makes it for a lot easier math. All right, and that will spit science out on this line right here. And that doesn't need to spit out. And that will be the first line on our science bus. All right, and that's easy enough. All we need to do is get some power now. And take you out here. And that should get you powered. And that should get you working. You are creating the gears. You are picking up the gears, and you are making the science. All right, and that should speed up science significantly, adding more labs. Excellent. All right, so the next one is going to be green science. And it's going to be a little bit more interesting. And we'll make our little modular setup much more interesting as well. Let's see, can we create some more of these? I think we're going to need some more. Let's get some more iron, it looks like we need. All right. Yeah, we're just going to need 1 million assembly machines. Okay, so we're going to have an input line coming down here that's going to have inserters and transport belt on it. To make transport belt, we're already pretty good at that. We need gears, and we need a machine making transport belt. And excellent, there is that. Let's go ahead and get all of these guys. Let's see, we don't have to create all those, do we? We can just create those. Yes. And yeah, let's go ahead and create all those. All right, that'll get that set up. While we're waiting on some of these things to craft, let's go ahead and set these to send out and to bring in. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have, let's see, I think we can actually bring this a little bit closer. Yeah, there we go. Might as well make it as compact as possible. Iron and transport belt. All right, so we'll need a line coming in the middle. And we're going to need to make inserters. And inserters need green circuits, as well as gears, as well as iron. So if we you make copper, you make circuits, and you make those. And let's see, you are going to have to bring in copper from somewhere else, but you'll direct feed there, you'll direct feed there. We'll have iron on this line. We'll put iron on the inside of this line, similar to kind of how we did it out there. It'll bring in the iron off the inside and put out gears on the outside. So this belt will end up being gears and iron, which are needed by you and aren't needed by you as well. And let's go ahead and just run that. This is going to be iron on one side. And then 1, 2, 3. I think that's right. Yeah. All right, iron on one side. So we'll have to put like a dummy piece of track there. Okay. And you will bring those in. Let's see, power. We're going to have to do them all. And you are going to need one. No, you don't need a direct feed. That'll be pulling that off the line. All right, but you are going to need iron. Okay, and we're going to need a line of copper coming in right here. And nothing special about it. It's just regular, old, plain, everyday garden variety copper. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get her hooked up here. Okay, yeah, you're putting gears out there. Is copper coming? Copper's coming. Let's see about... We gotta send these guys out. You go out like that. Let's see, what side of the belt would you send out on? Need more of these. Okay, you would send out on the top. So we need to kind of merge these guys together. Like that. Right, and just one more power pole there. Okay, and let's see, power, power, and power. All right, I think that's going to work, even though we are running very low on iron. Need to go see what that's about, but we are getting inserters, we are getting transport belt on the line, so that's going to work. This ratio is not correct. We actually need it's actually 3 to 2, but I think as far as building the transport, what do these build in 0.5 seconds? We need 6 of them every 6 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. What is our iron drain right now? I mean, I know we have these 2 factories on it, but let's go ahead and limit this. I think we've got plenty of ammo for now there, Rambo. And, yeah, I moved a guy over here making gears just to have some extra gears in my inventory. And it's gone a little bit crazy as well. So that's where our iron's going. We still need more, but that's where it's currently going. All right, boy, we did all that. We haven't done anything else. We'll get letting red science buffer. That's what we're doing. So yeah, I mean that's kind of the theme for this factory. We'll create these little modules to make what we need that feed in the final product, and the only thing we're sending out off the bus is going to be the base materials. I don't know. I think it'll be a fun, interesting playthrough. I think it'll be a lot of fun. All right, let's see. Did I make some lights? I did. Let's go ahead and get this stuff lit up. Let's get one right here and one right here. What's happening here? Oh, that's reversed. We can fix that. I'm never good at finding a good place to put lights, especially when I set my inserters off. Yeah, there's no real good way to do that, is there? Maybe something like that? I don't know. Looks good to me. Let's do you two there. All right, that's going to be good and lit. Let's get some turrets built. Let's see. We've got this group up here, but they're really far away. And we do have everything covered except for this brand new area that we created. We should have plenty of ammo. So let's get this working. Let's put one right here. Let's put one right here just to cover all of that. And that'll look good. Let's see, do we have a couple more? I may put some down here just to cover this science area. I mean, I kind of like to try to set up like a perimeter sort of thing, but it seems like, I don't know, they sneak in all these little corners and things and get in stuff and get all over the place. Just never seems to work. How are we doing? Are we getting stone? We're getting stone on here now. Excellent. We finally got our bricks backed up. I'm going to let the stone buffer up on that line a little bit, I think, before we get into the path building. How much stone do we have left here? 22K? It's not a lot. It's not a lot. But I think at this point, let's see, can we create a couple of more labs? I think we're done with this setup. I think we are just officially done with it. We can go ahead and pick all this stuff up. And maybe we can use this to create some more labs. That gave us, we should have 3 right now. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and build 2 more. Do we have some fast inserters? I don't know. If we don't, we'll get some. We'll need them. And we might as well just get a second level of labs going. We've got the power. We've got the labs. All right, and that kind of gives a good idea about how this lab system works. We just keep growing out this way. These inserters go on underneath and grab these things and just push the science that way. Really, really effective system. I've used it my last couple of playthroughs, and I really like it. Why I really like it is it's very expandable. We have 3 things we can send under here, so that gives us all of our sciences. And when we get rocket science, we can run that on the outside. So it can feed that. It supports all the belts really, really easily. And that's why I really like it. All right, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. In between episodes, I'm planning on taking out some of this stone because we need to make some more furnaces because I want to get this steel setup working. And I think that's what we are going to do in the next episode. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.